The Lord said to St. Francis of Assisi, "Go rebuild my church. As you can see, it's fallen into ruin." And it's worth taking a minute to consider what Francis might have thought when he heard those words, fallen into ruin. I think that the ruins of St. Francis's day that the church was in is very similar to what we experience, and I think it's just a perennial problem. And the perennial problem goes back to Adam and Eve. I think there's some real sicknesses in the church right now. And I think until we're ready to face the lack of clarity and the widespread confusion of the past 60, 70 years, that's already building on a time where like the faith, while it seems stronger culturally, it was interiorly kind of really having a lot of problems. There are so many kind of modern ideas that the less God and the more it's about men and humanity and mankind, then the better we'll be. That we don't need God to be better. We don't need God to be happy. We don't need God to know how we're supposed to act or how to treat each other. And I think that is the central, so it's the cancer, this atheism. We see this in marginalized peoples, just become more and more marginalized. We see that the family is rapidly falling apart. This world that we live in is pushing him away, saying, "Don't come here, you are a threat." And God's not a threat. I mean, he's a threat to our ego. He's a threat to our selfishness. He is a threat to vain pursuits of pleasure. He is a threat to all kinds of ideologies. But yeah, he might seem threatening then if you're coming from that place. It creates a deep, deep chasm. And what's it lead to? Addiction, to despair, to domestic violence. It leads to humanity turning in on itself and not having the grace and the strength and to really support life and to bring about healing and then to live in peace. The modern world has a sense that things are tough and wants everything to be good for everybody. But it has the remedy, the medicine right in front of it. It's Christ, and they reject that. And instead they encourage people to, drink out of, like dirty watering holes, or even worse, poisoned water holes.
There's totally days for me where it's just dark, and it's like, Lord, what the heck are you doing? Where are you? Like all these people are suffering. All these people are questioning you. Like there's people rioting in the streets. There's people isolated right now in their homes from the coronavirus who are dying from loneliness. And, the government is doing like all this stuff with this, that, and the other thing. And you can like point at all this stuff. But there's days where the Lord is just, he reminds you. Like he allows you to kind of go to those dark places sometimes because you have to face it. You have to look at it. You have to see what it is. But he reminds you that like, okay, but I'm coming, like I'm going to meet you there. You just need to be patient.